Okay, I have done this video demonstration live 2 times tonight. 2 times. And both times, each live transmission had a major glitch. The reason I'm remaking this video is because 9 years ago, I made the same video I'm about to show you again. And in that video, it also had a glitch. Now, I didn't catch the complaints until months later, and I decided to leave the video up. It has caused a firestorm of people accusing me of video editing and trickery. It's not the case. Everything was real, on the up and up, but it was a weird anomaly that I could not explain. It's happened twice more now. This is a brand new phone. It's an Apple versus my other one was a Android phone made by Motorola. And I'm still having the same problems. Now, if I have the same glitch again, but each time it's been a different kind of glitch, I'm not going to remake this video again and again and again. I don't know what's going on. It's like maybe somebody somewhere is monitoring me inside of YouTube headquarters. It's just weird. Why would I have a glitch after a glitch after a glitch every time I make this video? But yet, in none of my other videos, none, I don't believe there are any glitches. Anyway, let me show you what's going on here. This is extremely, extremely important. This is a game changer as I see it in the scientific community. And here's why. First, this is my James Roney stator. Roney as in Tony or Pony. James Roney stator. Okay, so what I have done here is that I have systematically taken the magnet of this exact size and strength. This is 1 inch across, 2 inches long, and a quarter of an inch thick. This is a neodymium magnet N42. It's an N42 magnet. It's considered the strongest permanent magnet in the world. There is a newer one now out, it's been out for a little while, that is a little bit stronger. It's an N52. That's an N52. This is an N42. N is in Nancy. Okay, so what I did is that I created a special design or housing to shield this magnet, and this magnet is inside of this box right here. Okay, so this magnet is inside this box basically like that. Okay, take this magnet away. And what I've done here is that I drew a box on here just to simulate where the magnet is, so we can kind of keep track of it. Okay, this is where the magnet is placed inside. It's about a ½ inch in this direction to this end, and about another ½ inch to this edge here. So it's pretty evenly spaced either side. All right, now, this is what people accuse me of trickery, faking my videos, of this experiment. I've even had people who claim they're teachers who work in universities saying that this is fake, this is not possible, because the third law of attraction says that for every action there's equal and opposite reaction. Well, tonight I'm going to prove to you beyond a reasonable doubt that there is a fallacy, a flaw in that third law of attraction. Because if every action has an equal and opposite reaction, then what I'm about to show you would not be possible. And I would indeed would have to fake this somehow. But I'm not going to fake this, and I'm doing this live. All right? So here's what's going on. And the reason this is so important for those of you who have a real good head on your shoulders, who really understand the importance of this, how this can and or will become a paradigm shift globally in the name of new energy resource or resources, because there are different ways you can apply this. This is huge. Now, I'm not making any claims that I have anything up and running right now, but wait until you see what I'm about ready to show you. This is my James Roney stator, and the whole point of this is that on this side, there's no magnetic field. Despite that there's a magnet inside here, there is virtually zero, none, not a single iota of magnetic attraction coming out of this metal box. This metal box is made out of tin flashing used for roofing, repair and building of roofs. You can pretty much use any thin metal if you want. If you want to get involved in emu metal, that's fine too, but you're going to have to give different considerations if you get involved in mu metal or emu metal. Okay, so on this side, there's no shielding. What you see here is aluminum foil tape that I put over the front of this, so all of the plastic and paper that's stuffed in there does not fall out. Now, there's a video I made where I took one of these apart. You can go watch that and see how I build these. In fact, I made 4 or 5 videos showing you how you actually can make these. And some people have actually done a nice job, and they have replicated these beautifully. And they work exactly for them as they work exactly for me that you're about ready to see in this video. So watch this. The most important part here is stage 1. No magnetic attraction on this side. Here's a nut. This is a steel nut for a bolt. I'm going to put it here and watch this. Can you see this really easy? Oh, and by the way, see that clock in the background? Watch that second hand. If I make any video edits, that second hand is going to jump all of a sudden. This is a real clock. I have not interposed it somehow into this video. See? Whoop. It's a real clock that's here in the room with me. Okay? So there's no video editing trickery. Here you go. I'll put it right back there. Now just keep your eyes on that clock anytime you want to check to see if I'm making any video edits. All right, here we go. On this side, there's no magnetic attraction or no magnetic field coming out of the box. That's the best way to say that. There's no magnetic field coming out of the box from the magnet that's in the center of this. Okay, now watch this. See? None. No attraction. Doesn't do anything. Now, what I'm going to do here, now remember, watch that second hand there on that clock. I'm going to turn this around just like this, nice and slow. As I turn this around, I'm now going to take this and push this back in the direction of the nut and watch what happens. Voila. As you can see, this side has a magnetic attraction. See? Okay, but it's this side, there isn't any. There's none. Zero. Now, what I have achieved here, I've been accused of, I'm not going to get into it, I've been accused of cheating. Well, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But what I did is put up a special but simple, possibly ingenious, magnetic shielding in here on this back side and on the top side. But I didn't do it as well on the top as I did the back because the back side was the most important part. When I remake these, when I get some money, which I'll have money next year, I'll have my own money to fund my own projects. I'll be making it so The shielded on top and the shielded on the back and both sides are all equally shielded. Okay, this stator is not all equal, but the back side of this is what's important. Okay, so when you turn this around, what happens? Kaboom. Turn this around. Oops. Turn this around the other way, and what happens? Nothing. Not a damn thing happens. I didn't cheat. You believe me? Fine. If you don't believe me, make this mother hudger yourself. Go watch my videos where I demonstrate step by step by step by step exactly how to build my James Roney stators. And you will get the exact same results you see in my video. So rather than put me down in my video and make all kinds of claims, and one person said here the other day, says, well, let's watch you build it and put it together and then we'll believe you. There are 4 or 5 videos I put up on YouTube already, weeks ago, maybe months by now, where you can see where I built these and put it together live. So before you all start making all kinds of crazy claims and making really stupid comments, go look at my other videos. Oh, I know I've got a lot of videos up. Either do your homework or just, please, don't put your foot in your mouth. Now, this is why this is a big deal. This is why this is a paradigm shift. As I mentioned, the third law of attraction says what? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Correct? Well, that's what we're taught in our physics books. The physics book says, I believe it's Newton's third law of attraction, Isaac Newton. Third law of attraction or third law of motion. I think it's third law of motion. It states that for every action, there's equal and opposite reaction. Okay, that means that we're going to say this here is a magnet. Okay, and when this magnet passes over I have magnets on the wheel. Let me show you here. In my videos, you will see these magnets. Okay, they're 1 inch by 1 inch square by 1 inch round. Both are 1/4 inch, and I stack them on top of each other to get this kind of unusual configuration. I just know that nothing else works as well as this. This kicks butt. It just does. It works really, really well. Okay, so now it makes this hard to demonstrate this with this magnet because these two are going to try to pull towards each other. So, but I'll hold this in my hand nonetheless. Okay, the whole point of this is that when this magnet, oh, I can turn this around. This is not right. Turn this around. This is the side of attraction, see? Hang on, I gotta put this down. See? That's the side of attraction. So this side has no attraction. See? No attraction. Versus this side has attraction, see? Okay? So this is the side of full flux attraction. This side is shielded. This has no attraction. See? No attraction. Okay, so what happens here in my videos, on my armature wheels, my wheel with the armature magnets, the magnet to magnet attraction is a much stronger force of attraction than the force of attraction between magnet and steel. Remember, since there's no what? There's no what? What did I demonstrate here? There is no magnetic attraction coming out of this box on this back side. It is virtually zero. Yes, you heard me right. Zero. Almost. I'm sure there's a little bit coming out, but it's so tiny. So on this back side, if this was a magnet, it's only being attracted to the metal box, but not the magnet inside. Whereas on this side, this magnet is being attracted to the magnet on the inside. Now, that may not sound really important, but it is. And here's why. If you have a stronger attraction on this side, but on this side, the attraction is weaker, that means that the attraction on this side is greater, and the attraction on this side is lesser or weaker. What that means that whatever net gain we achieve, because it'll speed up. When the armature magnet sees this, it goes, it picks up speed. Watch my videos, okay? And as it comes by, this magnet now sees the metal box, and it starts to slow it back down. However, because the counteraction, remember, every action is equal and opposite reaction? Well, in this case, it's not an equal and opposite reaction. It's not equal. It has a lesser attraction. So whatever net gain we achieved here, not all of it was canceled out here. And that allows the armature magnets to do what? To keep right on going. So the whole point is that this will repeat over and over again. Now, I'm going to demonstrate to you how extreme the difference is on this side and this side. So if you are a physics teacher or somebody who has a good head on their shoulders, what you're about ready to see is going to be a really big eye-opener. But I'm actually not going to really tell you anything that maybe you didn't already know. Rather, you never really thought about. Watch this. As you might recall, I just said moments ago that there's no what? There's no field of attraction. No magnetic field coming out of the box. See, it doesn't pick it up. So, I have that magnet in my hand now. Now watch what happens here. It's going to stick to this box because this box is what? Metal. So watch this. Okay. No big deal, right? Oh, that's a really big deal because watch this. Take this off. You'll notice I can take this on and off pretty much with the greatest of ease. Nothing to it. Right? See? But watch this. You turn this around and you do the same thing on the front side of this. Let me get these fields correct. Let's see, which way is this? Okay, I had it right the first time. Okay, watch this. Okay, now, I cannot pull it back off. I can't pull it on and off. Hang on, let me get some. My hands are getting a little slippery with oil from my fingers. Okay, so what's going on here? Magnet to magnet attraction is far greater than magnet to metal. See? I can do this all day long, but I cannot do that with the greatest of ease on this side. So, as you have now seen for your very own eyes, if you think this is trickery, go make this mother hudger yourself. And you will see that you will achieve the exact same results. This means that now you take this side, which is the magnetic side, versus this side has no magnetic attraction as far as the magnetism escaping the box on the back side, versus on this side, if you flip it around, it attracts it, as you can see. So, this simple understanding is a paradigm shift, because what I have achieved here is that we have defied Isaac Newton's third law of attraction. It says that every action is equal and opposite reaction. Well, what did I just demonstrate to you? this side is not equal. This side is way more powerful in the field of magnetic attraction, and this side of the field of magnetic attraction is a hell of a lot weaker. We always have to remember that this magnet is always going to be attracted to the metal casing or the metal housing. That's fine. But it doesn't have that much strength on this side. Versus this side, I've done it again. Versus that side is powerful. So what we have here is an imbalance. It's not equal. The third law of attraction doesn't apply here. So what happens here, the reason why this is important, is because now this opens up a whole new can of worms, a whole new potential industry in the world of energy generation. If this was the magnet pass, turn this around again. I had that the wrong way, as you can see. See, that's the magnetic side. Okay. As this armature magnet comes this way, it's what? Magnet to magnet attraction. This will pick up speed and go real fast. But as it comes on the other side, it starts to de-accelerate. It starts to slow down because the magnet and the metal casing are attracted to each other. However, the attraction on this side is what? Not as strong of attraction as it is on this side, which means whatever net gain we achieve on this side, not all of it is canceled out on this side. And what happens with that net gain, it takes the armature magnet and allows it to pass completely over the stator and keep right on going instead of coming back and doing this. Because if every action there was equal and opposite reaction, when you pass a magnet over top of this on the wheel, it should stop, come back, and go like this until it finally finds its resting point in the middle. That does not happen here. The third law of attraction does not apply here. It's not an equal and opposite reaction on both sides. So, as you know, electric motors that you plug into the wall have stators. This is a stator, as I mentioned earlier. Motors have multiple stators. So I will need to make multiple stators and put them in a circular fashion. Just even do it like this. I'll have multiple stators, different places like you do in an electric motor. And this energy or net gain that's still remaining on this side, that energy, net gain of energy, will be transferred to the next stator. That stator will then accelerate this. And when it comes out the other side of the stator, it won't cancel out all of the energy, only some of it. I think I've estimated this to be about, 70-30. 70% gain and 30% cancellation. So in other words, what we're left over with is about 30%. 70% cancellation. We lose about 70% of the energy on the backside. But now, get ready for this. If you're still with me, you got a real good head on your shoulders. Check this out. This is just a copper plate. That's all this is. Okay? So, on the back side of this, as you recall, we still have what? Magnet to metal attraction, right? See? But there is no actual magnetic attraction, only magnet to metal attraction. Now, here's the game changer. This is where we take this up a notch. On this back side, what I will do is I will put mu, mu, and then metal, metal, mu metal, on the back side here. And what will happen once I put mu metal on the back side of this? There will be zero attraction of this magnet to the box. So if everything's done correctly, as this armature magnet passes over this box and accelerates, as it comes on the back side, with the mu metal on the back side, there'll be zero counter attraction on this back side because the mu metal does not allow for attraction. So, one plate of mu metal one small plate is $35, $37. I've not been able to afford that stuff. My life changed dramatically. I went from wealth to poor man seemingly overnight. And I've been pretty poor for years now. So I'm going to cash in my chips to regain my wealth. So, and then I'll be able to fund all of this. I've not asked for money from anybody, ever. I've not monetized my videos because it would change credibility. I've not sold my PDF like I was originally going to because I realize people think I'm scamming people in exchange for money. So if I'm not getting anything in return for what I'm putting up on YouTube, then how could I be running a scam? A scam is when you get something out of somebody under false pretenses. Well, guess what? The only thing I'm getting out of you is your time to watch what it is I'm doing, to show you what I have revealed and brought to light what is possible. And that Newton's third law of attraction, that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, is not true after all. The attraction on this side is lesser, the attraction on this side is greater. They are not equal. There is an imbalance here. Powerful here, weaker here. And with the mu metal put here, I can cancel out all of it. When I believe it was Isaac Newton, maybe correct me if it's not, it could have been, what's his face? I can't remember the other guy's name, but it was the guy who was, I can't remember, I'm pretty sure it's Newton. Anyway, back in his days when he was figuring out all this stuff in his head, he didn't have the things we have today. What was that, 200, 300 years ago? Maybe 400 years ago by now? You know, all these things that we have achieved and made that we can buy. We didn't have neodymium magnets back then. We didn't have roofing flashing back then. We didn't have this stuff. So he didn't have this in his repertoire of understanding to realize, well, there might be an exception. So, in the world that he lived in 300 or 400 years ago, his law of attraction for every action is equal and opposite reaction made perfect sense. But this is now almost 2020. It will be here before we know it. And this stuff did not exist when he was born. So now I'm doing something that the physics books in our colleges says is not possible. So the whole point of this is that once I get these machined in a metal shop, and I get 6 or 8 of these made exactly right down to the millimeter, and get the mu metal in here, and there's some little tiny upgrades to make this even better, then I get 8 of these going together in tandem. I'm not making any claims, but based upon everything I've done, researched, and shown you all, this should allow non-perpetual motion, because magnets do what? Magnets wear out. But this should run for many years as a motor. Now, there are videos out there right now on YouTube. They're pretty convincing. It looks like somebody may have already figured out a magnet motor. The trouble is nobody's talking. I've not found anybody who really shows you step by step by step by step how this actually might be possible. I am the only one putting up these videos that shows, at least that I know of, that shows you how this might actually be possible after all. So if you all know somebody who's shown step by step in great detail how this can be done, please drop me a link below the video, please. Now hopefully no glitches in this upload live transmission. If there is a glitch in this video, I'm done. I'm done. I don't care anymore. And I demonstrated this enough times so even if there was a glitch somewhere in the video, you can look elsewhere in the video and match it to the second hand on the clock here and make sure that everything was on the up and up. All right, so that's it. I'm done. I'll be moved into a new place here hopefully in 16 months or less and have a nice place built from the ground up and have a nice shop. I can get a lot of this stuff done. I want to close in saying that magnetism is not my forte. It's not my strength. I got involved in this years ago because my father was onto something. He was playing with magnets, trying to figure out how to keep magnets moving perpetually. But remember, it's not perpetual. Because what? Magnets wear out. It may be 50 years, 200 years, 400 years, 1,000 years. Whatever the case be, eventually these magnets will get too weak to perform their duties. And this magnet motor, if it works, will eventually stop running. But you could put these magnet motors in each home in America and make it turn another set of magnets to create like a generator, like a motor on a generator like you buy in Home Depot. And it would be the motor instead of the gasoline motor. And you put it next to your electrical box in your home, and it probably would be the size of a hot water heater. It would be shaped almost identical to a hot water heater. And if anything, it probably will look exactly like a hot water heater. So you install this next to your electrical box, and you have the power company come out and disconnect you. Or better yet, just leave your household power still hooked up. So if anything goes wrong, you can always fall back on, the power electric company. The problem is with this, do you really think the electric company is going to allow this to happen? No, they're not going to allow this. So that's something you're all going to have to take up. I'm getting kind of old now. I'm just showing you what's possible here. So, but this will change the world if this indeed works. It looks like it's going to work. But everything always looks good on paper. As I always tell people, this is actual demonstration, and if all goes well, this will actually start to turn the wheel around and around and around and around. And if that happens, in my eyes, in my opinion, this is more important than the incandescent light bulb and the combustion engine combined. Over the next 100 years, it would do away with the nuclear regulatory industry, the coal industry, the solar and wind industry, as well as the hydroelectric industry and the thermal electric industry. And I believe I said the wind industry, I believe, because there'll be no need for them. So it's not going to put people out of work. It'll be a transition. It'll be very slow. It'll take a long time, at least a half a century to a century, for all of this to transpire. So new jobs will be created while old jobs get phased out. But we're not there yet. I'm still going to have to make 8 of these with extreme precision and put it all together in a metal shop and then see if this really works. Or better yet, some of you out there who might be watching my video, you're flush with money. You have all the money you need. Everything I've taught you in the other videos that I posted, you can walk right out to a metal shop, get this done, and 6 weeks or less have an operational magnet motor working based upon my design. I just hope you give me credit. That's all I ask for. Just give me credit. I will never make any money off this. I have no way to patent it. I don't even have the money to patent it. All right, that's it. Thank you for lending me your ear. It's very kind of you all, for whoever is still hanging in there and following me on my videos. And I know it's quite a few of you all. And for all the rest of you all who still think I'm faking all my stuff, please unsubscribe, go away, and just never come back. And by the way, there's one person, one, who watches my videos, apparently every one, and always, right after publishing, gives me the thumbs down. I think the reason they give me the thumbs down is because when I finally create a video where I show an actual magnet motor working based upon magnetism, solely on magnetism, for the first time, they will give me a thumbs up. So to them, I'm giving them a thumbs down too. All right, I'm punch drunk tired if you can't tell it, and I'm just really exhausted. So I'm going to go. As I say, that's all the news that's fit to print here at Lake will be gone. Take care now. Thank you for watching.